Hey guys, welcome to the askglynos SEO Show, episode number 9. So today, guys, I'll be talking about documenting content, and as I'm actually filming this for YouTube, I also have Facebook Live going on at the same time because, I mean, it makes sense, right? The whole point of this episode is about the importance of documenting your day, even the mistakes. If someone burps, if someone farts, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. It all should be in there. Let me go into first explain what do I mean by document for creating content for SEO and for your business. So basically, we do so much in our days as business people, right? So if you're a tradesman, if you're a cleaner, if you're a lawyer, if you're a real estate agent, your days are more interesting than you think. This is more geared towards, because I will probably do an episode at a later date for the personal brands, which I think I have touched on in the past, but this is primarily for SEO and primarily for business people. So I might gear off a little bit, but that's the focus. So as business people, we ought to record and document our days as part of our content creation, especially for search engine optimization. Why? Because documentaries are interesting. People are interested and fascinated about what you're doing. And see, you've got a tool in your pocket that is exceptionally powerful. And if it's used the right way, it can really go a long way in promoting and sort of bringing awareness to your business. It's called a mobile phone, right? It's a smartphone. So that little device in there is so powerful. It's so advantageous as a marketing tool. It's ridiculous. So we've got the social media that I talk about regularly, but capturing content as it happens, really all you need is a mobile phone, a smartphone in particular. So the best content, and this should be part of your content strategy, is documenting your daily activities. So, things like if you're a cleaner, you might, like I was just speaking with a small business not so long ago about they go to jobs and they just take photos. They actually clean external walls and things like that. So they're more of an external maintenance sort of cleaner for outside more than their inside stuff. But they're an external cleaner, and they were talking about creating videos about their jobs. I said, it's a fantastic idea. But so what they were basically doing was just taking pictures and doing before and after. Everybody has before and after. If you want to succeed in business, you got to try to do what 99% of people won't do, right? And they're not going to come and film their entire day. And so what I recommend to them, and we talked about it briefly, but what I recommended to them was to have someone filming the job. So you rock up to the job, you see that the walls and the maintenance needs cleaning, go around with your phone, show like how problematic the job is at hand, make some jokes, have a bit of humor. It's great to show personality, which I want to get to if I remember. I'm actually not recording this with my whiteboard, so I don't actually have. See, the chair just went back and I lost my balance and I lost my train of thought. See, stuff like that is funny, right? People are going to laugh. So you go around with your phone and you're actually just recording the job when you first arrive, and it's like, the leaves are everywhere, there's rubbish everywhere, the walls are dirty, there's foot marks. It's a messy place. You go around, you record it, you just talk about it. As you're talking about how much rubbish in it, you're building content for later on. Then, obviously, you do the job, you record the job, and you actually you can take plenty of pictures, of course, and you will have, as the job is getting done, you might even want to time lapse it. So basically, I think you can do that on modern phones, where you just kind of like speed up the recording, and you show like you running around like a Betty Hill show, and you're cleaning everything up, and then at the end you look around and you see how nice it all is, and then you talk about the job, talk about how proud you are, obviously, of doing the job. And you do that for every single job you go to, and you produce. You're doing that. You're doing the job anyway. You're getting paid to do a job anyway. Filming it, sharing it, and documenting it is a great way to produce content consistently. You can put up on YouTube, and then you can share that video on your blog. You can write about it. You can talk about the fun that you had. Even you might even know the customer's dog's name. Things like that. You mix that in, and then you've got a great content strategy as a cleaner for every single job that you go to from here on in. And I think that's amazing potential for producing content that's actually relatable and engaging. People are going to talk about it. And then, look, it's not very hard to learn how to use iMovie. I will admit to you right now, I struggle with video editing, right? So eventually, I'm going to get someone to help me do more video editing. But I want to rather get it done than sit around trying to get it right. Because if I sit around doing it with that mindset, nothing's going to get done. So I think it's really powerful to do that. And so if you've got a website, you've got that video, you might mash it all up. You know what? Even if you don't do anything and the video is raw, so what? It doesn't matter. Later on, you can always do stuff with that. If you keep the raw file from your phone, store it on your computer somewhere, you can always do something later on when you can afford a full professional video editor to kind of help you, add music and help you with the finer stuff. I believe one of the best feedbacks that I've ever gotten, the best takeaways, was in my very first episode of this SEO askglynos show. It was raw. I never mentioned it. It's going to be raw. It's going to be organic. It's going to be unedited. It's just going to have plenty of mistakes. I'm going to drop things. I'm going to kick things. It's all going to be left in there because that's how I want to deliver the content to you. And one of the feedbacks that I've actually received was, hey, Andrew, in your first episode, your content was unbelievably authentic. And that word, authentic, is the best compliment. So you can take that article, you can even go on fiverr.com, you can get it transcribed for about $20. So as you're talking around, they can give you like a file of everything that you said in that video. Now look, you want your videos to be about 10 minutes, all right? You don't want to like go on and on and on about the job. And then you take that video, you transcribe it. You can even, if you want to get pro, you can actually put subtitles in there. It gets a little bit more tricky, but you can Google how to do that if you want to take it to the next level. But I'm trying to keep these basic and relatable as much as possible because I want people to start creating content in this format, in this way. And it's a powerful way to help your SEO. It's a powerful way to help your social media, and it's a powerful way to engage and relate and get found online. And at the same time, you're going to do this content anyway. You're going to go do your job anyway, and that's the beauty of it. And getting people to see you doing a job and documenting your day is a great way to just speak to people, speak to the camera. You might have a thought, bang, it's in the video camera. It's recorded, it's done. And so I think that's a great way. So and then obviously you can take that video, then you can create a blog article. Most websites now are built with functionality for blogging. You might want to check with your developer or obviously contact us, andrew@omegadigital.com.au, if you want to figure out if your website has that functionality. We can pretty much determine if it's WordPress, and it definitely has it. Then you can, job one at, Sydney or Melbourne or Vaucluse or wherever. Document the job, have the video, write about the job. Talk about the customer, talk about the dog that they may have, keep it funny, show pictures of your work. So during the day, you got the video, you got the photos. Create that article on your website. Then take that article and share it on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram. And you do that 5 days a week, producing content on jobs you're going to. And, you're going to have content, right? And it's the best form of content because it's like a documentary. And you just make sure that you always keep the raw files so you can actually go back and edit them later on. I recommend getting even an iPad. I really like iMovie. I find that really easy. You don't need to go and spend large amounts of money. You can even go to like Fiverr and get someone to build you like an intro and an outro or whatever. And then all you have to do is every video just attach each one on either end of the video. And then when you post it up, you got it up on YouTube, so it can be on YouTube. You can write about a little description on YouTube, but mainly you're producing it. So YouTube, don't forget, for SEO and as a social media and SEO, it's the second largest search engine. People go to YouTube to ask questions. How do I clean a retaining wall? How do I clean an external stone wall? Or what's some tips on how to do this? What's some tips how to do that? And just the amount of opportunity for businesses now to create video content is already in itself on YouTube would be a whole episode really on its own. But specifically going back to traditional SEO for websites and for businesses, that's one great way for a cleaner to create content. Now, you can create content in a variety of ways. You can just have the video and you can have someone transcribing it for you. But I think for blogging, for your blogging website, if you can mix blogging with vlogging and keep the vlogging raw, unedited, that's totally fine. But to keep it sort of a mixture of images, because I would rather you guys create one piece of content, maybe like the whole week, and upload that so you got 4 articles and 4 pieces of content a month that you can share on social media, use all the hashtags, drive people back to your website for more information and more details about the job. I'd rather you do 4 of them a month than just sort of rush and produce something that's really, really terrible, even though, it's good to keep things raw and unedited, but they've got to have some level of production value. And so if it means that, I can only get 1 done a week, you have all the jobs you've done for that week all on your video, then you may even want to do like a mashup, or you just might want to do like 1 article a week of all the jobs, all the videos, and just have 1 article about everything you've done that week and have the video and the images. And so every week you're producing content. I think that will go a long way to still producing great content, and it's all documentary based. Then you got all the other stuff that I talk about, but again, keeping back on what we're doing. Now, other ideas. So that's basically, in essence, what this whole entire video is about today. So thinking of ways to bring about your business and show some personality. People want to be able to relate. Like, everyone sort of uses like content as a way on social media, on their website, just to sell. And from a marketer's perspective, there's not a whole lot of branding, information, education that's promoted in the same way as this. Like, I think there's a place, because we put them up online. Look at the jobs that we did for this client. Look at the story. Look at the stories that we've done. But look at the amazing case studies we have, and we story tell them. And that is the key. That is like the best sort of work that we create. The best work that we create, like using this strategy, is when we storytell about the highs and the lows. And now with what I do, because search engine optimization is a long-term strategy, I don't have like a day where I can show the job. I've got to do it over like a year. But it doesn't matter. Like, every single one we're going to do, I'm going to actually get a story about every single client eventually and document it and talk to you about it as one part of this strategy that I want to do. And the one that I put up the other week on LinkedIn, I talked about the one that I think I talked about on the Facebook Live, was when my jewelry client saw my recording. Sorry, the recording stopped for some reason. And so I'm not seeing the sort of things that I need to be seeing, and potentially that's a problem and quite problematic. And so, I basically, he believed in me. We did it. Long story short, because I really don't want to re-discuss that, we turned it around. That's an amazing story. Lost large amounts of traffic. Get an email 3 months ago, 4 months ago, about how we've actually created huge amounts of traffic growth, and we're back on the ship again. And using that as an example of never get complacent. So I think that's really amazing. And so stories like that, people relate to. People want to know, not every day you're going to have a good day at work. People know that. People understand that. And don't think everything you have to create has to be about how awesome you are. People know that everyone has bad days at work. If you're a tiler, you're going to know that, oops, I shouldn't have put the tile there, or I should have cut it differently. People just are interested. If they're looking for a tiler, you think they're not going to want to watch your tiling jobs? Think about it. If you're a tiler, okay, for example, because I'm just trying to use different examples that people can relate to. If you're a tiler and you have a website where you show all your jobs, not just pictures and befores and after pics, which I'm still saying do that in the article because I still think there's value there, but actually having a video of every job that you do, or like 80% of jobs that you do, the before and after, the renovations. You walk in, you're renovating a bathroom. I mean, talk about an industry that's exploded in this country, in particular probably Sydney and Melbourne, is the renovations business. Bathroom renovations. That's gone bonkers, dude. And dudez. That's actually gone bonkers. So, I mean, you could be recording all of the before and afters, having the videos and doing exactly what I mentioned with the cleaners. So it's just endless. The amount of opportunity is endless. So that's the crux of what I'm going to get at. I mean, I'm thinking of examples, so something that people can relate to, and I'll try to cut it in about 20 to 25 minutes, this video. Real estate agents. If you're a real estate agent, right, you have to go to YouTube after this video. If you're watching it, or if you're already on YouTube, definitely go. Obviously, stay put until this finishes. But if you're a real estate agent, go and look up Ryan Serhant. This guy documents his entire day, and 100,000 people are watching someone go to work. Did you get that? 100,000 people are watching this guy have a day at work. And you're probably thinking before, I'm just talking crap about SEO. Like, no, I want to bring it all together. This is the guy that builds his content on YouTube based around what he does every day. Right? Now, yes, he's got, he's on TV. He does that $1 million listing in New York, I believe. So yeah, he's got status now. But when he started, he was just documenting his days. And people are like, this is the world now. People are 100,000 people are watching someone go to work. Why? Because he makes it entertaining. He's someone that people want to watch. But I bet you large amounts of his audience are real estate agents. I bet you real estate agents are watching him. He's leading the way in New York. And he's documenting everything. He's going to meetings. He's talking about things in the car when he's going in between meetings. He's talking about the struggles. He's talking about his weaknesses. He's talking about like what he's good at, what he's not good at. And people are getting like a window into this guy's life. So like if you're a real estate agent, everything you do that's non-confidential, and that goes for everything, obviously, if it's confidential. But there's still a lot about your day where you can talk about, where you can discuss. And so if someone's looking for your service, and then they can see that you've actually vlogged your work, what do you think they're going to do? They're going to want to go look at your work. And so in that, because you're documenting, you can talk about the lows, so what you're struggling with, but at the same time, you can talk about your highs. You can talk about, if you're, I sold a $20 million apartment in New York. You can talk about that. That's fine because people are getting in. It's not just sell, look at my ego. Nobody, look, think about it in real life. Nobody wants to hang out with someone that all they do is talk about themselves and just lifts themselves up all the time. And nobody wants to listen to people like that. So you want to show a real perspective, and you taking that exciting content into a video. I think video really needs to be the crux of this strategy, because if you can take this strategy and not deploy the just do photos and audio, and you can create content that way and on SEO, absolutely you can, right? And you can still do the same strategy, putting it up on your social media channel, sending people there and building content out that way. But I think if you don't utilize video, I think, in this day and age where everything's on demand, everyone used to watching videos, Netflix and everything, everyone's used to watching content. I think that it's somewhat disadvantaged in some way, because I think it's more important that if you can show that video, that's what the 99% won't be doing. And so, producing the videos, getting the audio transcribed, dumping that into the article, talking about it, editing it, do that at least once a week. Upload it to your blog once a week under our jobs, or documenting our. Give it a name, right? Get a bit excited by it. Give it a name. It's and if you're wondering why I'm not looking at that camera over there, is because this is just documenting what I'm doing, which is the entire point of this video. While I'm talking to the main camera, which will go up on YouTube. But it's sort of, creating that sort of content and doing that is going to give you so much content, so much relatable content. Have a comment section so people can comment in. Have it on social media. Have it on your website, and that way, the more text you create, that's good for SEO. The more videos you create, you're improving your SEO on YouTube, which is the second largest search engine. Again, I repeat that, second largest. So if you can mix video mainly with text, then you're sort of helping Google, which is the primary search engine of the world, because they can't understand they can understand a little bit of video, and that they're getting better. But if you're producing text, there's nothing like it. And images is very important, because images can come up in the Google image search. So if you're a cleaner, people could be typing in cleaner Sydney jobs and want to see jobs, whatever, right? You get the point. They go to Google, and because you've got images on every single job, there's a possibility that you might get found in Google image search, right? And people might use your content, which I'll create another video about, brand mentions, and going to them if they're using your content and asking them for a link. The point is filming and documenting your days every single day, as much as you can. Like I said, every day would be great. If it's not feasible for you and it's not really applicable, then do one a week. And just go and look at a guy called Ryan Serhant if you're real estate. Please do that. Please, I beg you. Because this is a guy that's just unbelievable. Like, how many people watch his content? All right, guys. Hopefully you found that valuable. Hopefully that actually, if you've got any questions on you would like to know a bit more about that. If you want us to help you with your website, if you want to see if it's got blogging functionality, email andrew@amigadigital.com.au. If you've got any questions on how this can help you specifically, how this strategy can help you in your particular industry, if you want to get some ideas tailored to what you're doing, then please reach out. You can DM us on Facebook. You can comment on this video on YouTube. However, you need to contact us and just say episode 9, Ask Glynos SEO Show. We'll know what you're referring to, and hopefully we'll be able to provide you with some more value. Thanks a lot, guys. It's been a great day. I'll see you in the next episode.